Real Madrid get through to play against Paris Saint Germain in the semi-finals, and they actually played attractive football. Not a joke. If you didn't watch the game, you definitely missed out because Real Madrid are truly back, and this is exciting times, really promising for the season ahead. Contrast that with the absolute misery that we've had to endure at times under Carlo Ancelotti, the lack of ideas, the low block, inviting the pressure, and suddenly you've got proactive football, players running, moving. The sheer number of interchanges in terms of positions is just frightening on that football pitch. Valverde, for example, can appear on the right 1 second and on the left the next. Arda Güler can go from being the deep line playmaker to an appearance on the right wing. And it's just insane. So I'm going to try to not miss out anything here. Courtois, as you'd expect, saved our bacon yet again because despite us coasting for the majority of the second half, towards the end, we just decided to make things interesting. We love a bit of drama, so we invited them back into the game. And were it not for Courtois, maybe you would have had extra time. He's that good. He's an immense goalkeeper. And I really do believe that when he hangs up his boots, finally, we'll be having a discussion about potentially the best goalkeeper in history. In the wing-back positions, because Xabi Alonso went with 5 at the back again, you got Fran Garcia and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Amazing performance from both. Fran Garcia was up and down that wing, and it does seem that his teammates are looking for him a little bit more. And the amount of times that Vinicius holds the ball, waiting for that run to release him round the back. And because you've got a proper number 9 in the box, you've got a real weapon in Fran Garcia. And Trent Alexander-Arnold with that trademark assist for the second goal. Wow, he's just immense. So much quality in that position. Good times. At the back, Rudiger didn't really put a foot wrong. Dean Howson definitely did put a foot wrong. I don't know what he was thinking. I know that some people might say it's a little bit soft because he took the ball first, but you can't do what he did. And he misses the Paris game, which is a big loss because, again, up until that point, his passes are immense. He fires that ball into the front line, puts pace on the pass, plays it along the deck, and it really does give us something else that we haven't had before. Tchouaméni. What a monster. What an absolute triumph of a footballer. This is a guy who has got arguably the most important position in this team because he decides when we step out from 5 at the back to have in that extra midfielder, that extra body in the centre of the park, and he did not put a foot wrong. He imposed himself on the game, range of passing, carried the ball forwards, and his tackling was impeccable. Either side of him, midfield, Valverde, Bellingham, both had good games. I thought that Bellingham faded in parts, but he's got that ability to thread those amazing passes, so he does get a pass. Valverde, he just does what he does, doesn't he? He's a bag of lungs. And then you've got Arda Güler. Wow. For a lot of the game, he was playing as the deepest of the playmakers, the deepest of the midfielders, I should say, and he ran that show. He ran that Dortmund team ragged in the first half. Pass, 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 pass. He was the carousel footballer, the Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets. That's what he was doing. His range of passing is sublime, and his assists for both the Gonzalo goal and the Mbappe goal are just a representation of what this footballer is capable of because he can deliver that ball on a sixpence, and it's such an asset to have him in the team. I think we're looking at someone of genuine quality here. And let's keep going because we've still got a couple to go. We've got Vinicius. I thought he faded badly. A couple of Vinicius shots, I should say, where he just needs to put a bit more power on his shots, surely. Someone have a word with him, please. And the ones where he tried to chip the keeper in the first half, he was miles off. So he clearly left his shooting boots at home, but he did distract very well for the goal. He did play a role. He took the centre-backs with him. So he's definitely got that intelligence, but I'd love to see him really take advantage and be more of a punisher because it doesn't look like he's got that in his game at the minute. It might just be a temporary thing, but it's one to watch. Gonzalo, he just looks like he belongs in this side. And I know that people are getting ahead of themselves saying, is he going to start games for Real Madrid this season? Probably not. But is he going to play a massive part? I really hope so, because he gives us a focal point. He is that traditional centre forward, but he does so much more. His combination play with the goal, the Fran Garcia goal on the right-hand side, is impeccable, and he really does provide the outlet for the team. He holds the ball well, he's very industrious, He shoots well, he gets in the right positions, he will score you goals. And I wanted to give a mention to Kylian Mbappe, who came on the pitch, scored his goal, and he looked an absolute menace, as indeed you expect him to be. But in terms of Xabi Alonso, he has set this team up to play that fast football that he was so proud of at Bayer Leverkusen, and it really does bode well for Real Madrid. Will we have enough to overcome Paris on Wednesday night? I'm not sure. Might come a little bit early, but incredibly, you can still go into that game with a little bit of confidence because of what you've seen, particularly in the first half today. So it's exciting times for Real Madrid. But let me know your thoughts. One of my takeaways is, how are Real Madrid spending 50 million on the likes of Alvaro Carreras when you've got Fran Garcia playing at this level under Xabi Alonso? He is loving his football right now. Is this really something that you want to do? Do you really want to set the cat amongst the pigeons at this stage? Or is it better to invest in someone who can perhaps cover for your key positions that, let's be honest, if Tchouaméni or Howson are out, we're struggling a little bit, because now we have to play Asensio, and I'm not sure I trust him completely against the likes of Paris Saint Germain, the very best in the world. And Tchouaméni's position, wow. If he gets injured, we are struggling. I'll say that now. I'll go into greater depth on that one in a later video, but he is essential to this team, and I just think 50 million euros can be better spent elsewhere. But let me know your thoughts, and if you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Take care.